This is an infrared camera made by FLIR. This little FLIR camera is awesome, but the battery life has always been terrible. And it got so bad where the camera wouldn't boot at all. So I want to open it up, see if I could swap the battery and get this thing working again. Chances are, if you have one of these units and it's over about a month old, the battery is just pretty much non-existent. So I'm going to be tearing this down, showing you not only what's inside, but also how to change the battery, which is what I'm doing here. And these two screws here are the only things holding this case together. You need a really, really thin, long Torx. You take off the screws from this side and then you carefully pop this cover off from the bottom, just like that. Grasp this bottom shoe, hold it tight, and then slowly wiggle off that aluminum casing. And this is actually aluminum, not plastic. And then there is the battery, which takes up a good portion of that case. And then once you get that bottom off, you gently pry this little cover here upward, just like that. And that's going to be the regular camera, and this here is the infrared camera. And it merges the image on the board there. Once that's done, we're going to move this battery out of the way. The battery's still connected. What I recommend you do is either get a little plastic scraper or one of these pry tools, really small. Just be careful not to touch anything on the board. In my case, I'm gonna just put a piece of plastic in between it, and I am going to pop that cover right off, just like that. And as you can see, it's a little tiny connector right there. A little ribbon connector with a clip. You're just going to gently wiggle that board back and forth and pull it right out just like that. This is the bottom shoe with the USB connector, sticker, and the ribbon cable. We're down to the nitty-gritty. We have our little tiny connector for the battery and our small little battery. And these batteries, you can find them on Amazon or pretty much anywhere. And the battery number is this right here, 602035. So if you look up that battery, that is the battery for this particular unit. And then what you got to do is just pop off this little battery plug. You just pull it straight up carefully without shorting anything out. And that's it. It just pops right off. So just to be safe and make sure it works like it did straight from the factory, we're going to desolder this entire board from this battery and put it on the new battery that we're getting from Amazon. Because this has maybe, I don't know what this white wire is, maybe a temperature sensor or something like that. Now you can see that there's two connections here. And if we pull that board away from the battery a bit, now we have exposed the two connections underneath. I'm gonna disconnect it right off of the board. And that is our little, I don't know what this is, maybe I wouldn't say it's a balance board because I think there's only one cell, but I'm guessing it's some sort of temperature or safety device. I'm not sure. Here's the battery I got off of Amazon. It's about $11. So had good reviews. We're just gonna open it up. And we are going to do the same thing. We're gonna take this off, gonna remove the tape because it's not gonna work with this connector. It's a different connector and this is only 2 wires instead of 3. I'm assuming that third wire is probably a temperature sensor or something. Desolder the board and swap it with the original board. This is the old battery on the left, the new battery on the right, and as you can see, they're pretty much identical. Now I'm just gonna put the covers back on in the reverse order of removal, just like that. Nice and neat. Wrap that around to the top. Put a little dab of glue on this insulator here, put that in place, and battery's ready. Now we're gonna place it on the board, connect everything back together, put that plug back in the socket. You have to clip the battery in before you slide the PCB into the case because else it's underneath that plastic tab so you can't get to it once you have it all put together. Just drop our little screws in there, tiny little screws. All right, I got it all back together, and moment of truth. Let's see if it works. Oh, there you go. Looks like it's working. It's definitely working right away. I hit the power button and The entire camera booted up in like 2 seconds, and normally it takes a minute or two, which is how you know that the battery's starting to go bad, because it'll start taking a really long time to boot. And that's what I noticed at first. I didn't know it was the battery right away, but then it started degrading really quickly and the battery life was pretty much non-existent. Hopefully this helped you. Maybe you have one of these cameras with a bad battery. Now you know how to fix it and you don't have to throw it in the garbage. These cameras are still like $400. So let me know in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.